like being shot out of a cannon, with an absolute sharp focus on being a prospective IPF world champion, which would be another major milestone in the athlete's sporting history. Austin, the 74 or 75 kilograms athlete to beat, at current, and excitedly, possibly amongst once-in-a-generation athletes for his current generation, commenced his quest at the Powerlifting America National Trials in the hope of possibly competing on the international stage for the first time as an open or senior athlete at the upcoming IPF World Classic Championships. Austin, who was up against his fellow compatriot, Derek LaGrande, at the Powerlifting America National Trials, opened with a squat of 292.5 kilograms, after Derek opened with 217.5 kilograms.
The conversation around Austin, what he might do at Worlds, what he might do at Sheffield, all begins with this opening squat.
And his opening squat is actually over the current world record in the class.
Yeah, let that sink in. And how far is he going to take it on the day? Wow!
Easy.
Raising the bar to new levels in this 74 kilo class, Austin Perkins.
He's fired up already on his opener.
At last season's USAPL Raw Nationals, Austin assumed an average marginal squat difference for his opening between other athletes who had the second and third highest squat, which stood at 38.75 kilograms. Individually, Justin Osana, who recorded the second highest squat, opened with 225 kilograms, at a marginal difference of 32.5 kilograms, behind Austin and Joseph Borestein, who had a 45 kilograms marginal difference. With an opening squat of 242.5 kilograms, Austin's 292.5 kilograms opening is 27.5 kilograms above his overall historical average opening of 265 kilograms. Moreover, a 292.5 kilograms jump in parallel to his opening of 287.5 kilograms at last season's USAPL Raw Nationals, where he ultimately broke Taylor Atwood's world record squat of 303 kilograms, represents a 1.74% increment, which is 0.56% below his historical average increments at each meets, which stands at 2.30%. Impressively, on the other hand, if we were to compare his recent opening squat at the Powerlifting America National Trials in parallel to his season opening squat of 280 kilograms, where he first broke Taylor's prior highlighted squat world record of 303 kilograms, equates to an increment of 4.46%, which is 2.16% above his historical average, which, in some instances, signals the level of his continued linear progression for the squat discipline. Austin will later increase his second attempt by a margin of 15.5 kilograms, with a towering squat of 308 kilograms.
308 for Austin.
We talked about earlier, there's some rumors around him saying he's going to be the first to squat 700 pounds in the 74 kilo class, and he's pacing for it.
Yeah, converting it to kilos, that's 317.5 or 318. He'll probably load 318, and you can see a 10 kilo jump. Let's see how this moves.
And he's just a talent here. This is a great squat in the weight class up. Two weight classes up even.
Yeah, I mean, we said we can't find a 74 worldwide to compete against him. Well, you'd be difficult to find 83s unless you're Russell Orhe, and look at that. 308 offers little resistance for the young king.
He's fired up.
Whilst Derek trailed behind with a respectable second attempt of 227.5 kilograms.
Might tip over the scale, and you do not want to miss a lift in this battle. That's going to be pivotal at the end of the day.
Yeah, particularly if you end up grinding it out. Now you're counting the kilos beforehand, but if you miss, you go forward with just your second attempt and fall back greatly. And again, it's a long day. Other lifters will miss. You don't have to PR every lift, and if you miss, it's okay. All is not lost. Derek, 227.5. We're in the 74 kilo class. Sizable 10 kilo jump for Derek. Three white lights.
Expectations were understandably high, as the athlete explicitly stated publicly that he fully intended to squat 700 pounds.
But we're just gonna worry about Powerlifting America Nats. It really doesn't change much because he's not signing up. We're still gonna take the same jumps and take the same weights we're gonna take anyway. And then try to make him chase us. So it wasn't like he was, with him not showing up, we're just gonna go all out again. We're probably gonna take the same jumps, the same numbers. It really doesn't change anything for me. We're still gonna try to squat 700, and we're still gonna do whatever we need to do after that to make sure we qualify.
But was all such wishful thinking? Austin's baseline squat projection prior to competing stood between 321.18 kilograms to 323.50 kilograms, which in theory suggested a high probability of his former world record squat of 213.5 kilograms to be broken at the national trials, pushing himself into further uncharted territory that the world of powerlifting has never witnessed. Watched as Austin confidently squatted a jaw-dropping 318 kilograms.
Arian's having that conversation, and he needs to.
Yeah, that's a pivotal conversation he's having right there.
Not all 66s. Well, we'll put a pin in that and revisit it in a second. Austin Perkins, 318. This is the first 700-pound squat in the 74 kilo class, attempting history.
Let's see it.
Is this the Austin Perkins era? Oh my goodness! And the horsepower of the new king. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Austin Perkins era.
That was the start.
And what a way to cap off the squat event with the very first 700-pound squat in the 74 kilo class.
It is worth noting that even though a 318 kilogram squat is arguably one of the most phenomenal displays of athleticism in sport in general, only one other 74 or 75 kilograms athlete has squatted 300 kilograms or more, which is none other than the former 3-time world champion, Taylor Hatwood. If you were to compare the heavier 82.5 kilograms or 83 kilograms weight class, out of only 17 athletes that have squatted 300 kilograms or more in the history of the respective weight class, Austin's colossal squat of 318 kilograms would be placed at number 3 on the all-time list, beyond both Jamar Royster and Russell Orey. All of which is a true testament to Austin's talent and capability. Furthermore, a 318 kilogram squat, which may surprise some, is indeed a worst-case scenario attempt. Prior to competing, Austin's projected worst-case scenario squat attempt stood between 310.48 kilograms to 317.97 kilograms. In a worst-case scenario, such simply means that the athlete is experiencing a bad or less than ideal day on the platform. To be honest, I do believe they may have strategically played it slightly safe by squatting only 318 kilograms, considering its projected squat baseline or minimum ranges between 321.18 kilograms to 323.50 kilograms.